Hi everybody, today's video is going to be kind of an uncomfortable one. It's a little bit different for me. It's not one that I really usually make. There's always, obviously, a lot of like drama in life, but especially in the beauty community, there's a lot of things that happen that people make a big deal about. Sometimes I think it's warranted, sometimes I think it's not. And I don't really live in that world, you know. I mean, I do my YouTube channel. I'm really a scientist. I just kind of like to put on makeup every day and talk about it. But some things have happened recently, and I'm not trying to tell people what to do, but I want to tell you for my opinion and the sake of my channel. And that's just a couple of brands that I'm choosing not to purchase from anymore. Now, I wanted to make this about like 5, just because 5 is my favorite number, and I feel like it's a good round number, and like 5 brands I don't want to purchase from. But I couldn't think of 5, so we're going to have 3, just because that's what I wanted to do. And I'll talk about the first one, and I've mentioned it a couple times, and that's Kat Von D. And I realize a lot of people have chosen not to purchase from Kat Von D anymore, and that's fine. And there's a lot of people that are still choosing to purchase from Kat Von D, and again, that's fine. You know, it's makeup, y'all. It's really not that serious. You do whatever you feel like is right. I'm not going to come and attack you for your purchasing habits or your lack thereof. But I want to talk about it because I talk about a lot of different makeup, and if you're like, hey girl, why aren't you ever talking about Kat Von D anymore? There's a reason. It's not just like I forgot or I've chosen, I just happen to not buy from her. If you've watched me for a long time, you know that she's actually one of my favorite. Her makeup brand is one of my favorites. For I think all 3 of these brands I'm going to discuss today, I like what they stand for, and the fact that they're people that have, I feel like, a pretty vested interest in the beauty community. I feel like they've worked hard for what they have, like that or not. They worked hard for what they have. They're, I believe they're all vegan and cruelty free, which is great. You know, that's not something I choose to only purchase from, but I think it's a great thing, and I like purchasing from those kind of brands, and I know a lot of people solely purchase for those brands, and they're made in America. And not to sound preachy or anything, definitely not, but I like purchasing as local as I can. In theory, I'd love to go to like a farmer's market and always buy stuff from there, but that's just so expensive. And it's not necessarily the most realistic thing for me in my life at this point. But I like to buy things local, and I love that these brands like Kat Von D, she's made in America. All of her products are made in America, which means that she's giving jobs to Americans. I'm personally American, and I think that's good, for other citizens and for our economy as a country. So I like all of that, and I would like to be able to support her, but she's made a couple of decisions lately that I can't. Now, one of the biggest ones, and ones that a lot of people have talked about, and people have made videos very similar to that, is what I'm making today, is because she has chosen not to vaccinate her children, or her child. She's pregnant. And she said she's not going to vaccinate. She doesn't think it's correct. She thinks that it's pumping her child with a lot of man-made ingredients and toxins, and that there could be negative side effects. Totally understand that. That is a thing that some people believe. Again, if you know me, you know that I am a research scientist. I'm a marine biologist, actually, but whatever. And I don't agree with that. I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of what it takes to be able to make a vaccine or things like that, or things that humans can ingest, and I feel like it's all safe. I also, don't only worried about non-hormone GMO animals and stuff, because I have actually taught classes about that. Now, other people will say that, I've just drank their Kool-Aid, and I just, I'm kind of blindly agreeing and stuff, and that's fine. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm saying I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with someone choosing not to give as much safety. It's because to me it is safety, in my opinion, for their child. Now, for her, it's not safe, and that's fine. But something else that happened that was a couple weeks before that, maybe a week, and I have mentioned it, is her wedding. And she had, she's very goth, and that's her thing, and that's her husband's thing, and that's cool. You can have that aesthetic. But she had a lot of upside down crosses. And she's said in the past that she was Catholic growing up. I'm not sure what her faith is now. And, she had some, I know there's one picture of her with, this beautiful white rose cross. That's correct, side up. But a lot of what she had was also upside down. And there was, they had these, save the date bracelets with upside down crosses. I looked at his Instagram handle is Prayers. I'm not sure his actual name. I know that sounds bad. I looked at some of his work, and he incorporates that imagery a lot as well. Now, This might sound like a little radical or crazy or whatever. I don't, I am a Christian, and the upside down cross is a sign of Satan. I'm not saying they're satanic. I'm not saying, they worship the devil or anything like that. I don't know what they do in their personal life, but that's an image that I'm really uncomfortable with. And I cannot support someone that has that image, and not just occasionally, but it was very rampant throughout her entire wedding and throughout his work as an artist. And I'm not comfortable with that. And that's okay, it's just the truth. I'm not comfortable with it, and I don't want to support someone that would broadcast that imagery, because whether you mean it in that way or not, I'm not comfortable seeing it. I don't want it put out into the world at all. So I'm not purchasing from her anymore. And it does kind of bother me because I really like her makeup. But it's a lot bigger deal than makeup for me. And so I don't want to purchase from her. I don't want to support her. I would like to support her, the people that work for her. I love that. I love that they're more than likely American citizens, and even if they're not, they live in America. They're helping our economy. All of that. I love that. But I just can't do that. Now, I do have some Kat Von D makeup, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. You know what I mean? I might be selling it on my Poshmark. I haven't really decided. I have already bought it, so she's already gotten the money, but I don't really want to talk about it on my channel. So I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do about that. I really like the makeup of hers that I have, so I could just not buy from her anymore and just keep what I have. I don't know. I really don't. So that's something I'm still kind of debating about. I've read in comments of my own videos and other people's video that other people are kind of having the same question of whether they should declutter or if they should just keep it. And that's, again, whatever you think. I haven't decided yet. So my other two brands are not something that's probably going to be very surprising to most people, and I know a lot of people feel the same way. Number one is Jeffree Star. He is a big YouTuber. I feel like he really knows makeup. I feel like what I know of him, which is not a ton, and I can claim that, he worked hard to get where he is, and I respect that. He has a lifestyle I don't respect, for me. You want to have a lot of stuff, and that's cool. You worked hard for your money, and you have it, and that's awesome. And you want to, I think he's got like a pink Lamborghini. Cool. You do you. I just feel like the opulence that he shows is not realistic for a lot of people. I don't think it's a very good role model. And like it or not, when you are in the public eye, and that way you are a role model to people, and that's with anybody that has a lot of followers and stuff. You're a role model, and I don't think that's attainable for a lot of people. And I don't think it's great to be so focused in on these labels and stuff. It's kind of gross to me. I know he's also gotten in trouble with things he said in the past. I've watched some of his videos, and I don't like the way I feel like he carries himself. Again, I'm not saying, you want to buy from his brand, cool. He definitely releases some things I've been interested in. That Blood Sugar palette and his Thirsty palette, they look beautiful. I don't own anything from him. And the thing is, there are so many brands out there that I want to try, be it even at Sephora or Indie. And there's so many things that I want to try, and I only have, a finite income and a very small amount of money that I can put towards my beauty habit, because it is a habit. And that's not how I want to spend my money. At least at this moment, I mean, as with anything, things can change. That's life. But right now, I just don't really want to support him and his habits. And the way he kind of just presents himself. It's not my favorite. I feel like he's kind of confrontational with people, and I don't like that. And that kind of leads into my next person, who I've heard is a great guy. Honestly, I've heard people that have met him love him, and that's great. And I've never met him. But it's Manny Inouye. He just started Lunar Beauty, and he came out with the Life's a Drag palette, which I think is a great name. I don't know if he would consider himself a drag queen. He wears a lot of makeup. There's like a line there, and I'm not sure where he falls on it, and I don't really care, honestly. He wears makeup, and he does a great job at it, and it's beautiful. And he always has like the best facial hair to me. I'm not a facial hair kind of gal. I don't usually like it. But he always has like the best stubble. Like, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. And again, I've heard that people love him once they meet him, and they say he's a great guy, and I hope that's true. I feel like he starts all of his videos with something that's ad-libbed, but like, if you don't like me, don't watch my videos. And I just don't feel like it's a great way to start your videos. I feel like it's just kind of like confrontational, and I don't know, I just don't like it. I don't like the vibe that it surrounds it. And again, I'm not saying anything against the quality of his makeup brand. It could be, I didn't hear that much about the Life to Drag palette, personally. Now that, I mean, I'm sure a ton of people reviewed it, and they might have loved it, or they might have hated it, I don't know. But I don't want to give my money to somebody that is so confrontational. I think you should stand up for yourself. I feel like, you know, you choose things that you want to do in your life, and you should stand up for those choices because you have the right to make them. But to just start off something so, like, kind of, I mean, I know I've said confrontational like 4 times, but I don't know a better way to say it. I just don't like it. I don't like what that kind of represents to me. Especially in this, like, world of YouTube where things can get way out of hand. I've shared before, and I'm not ashamed of it, and I'll do it probably always. If I feel like someone's being really rude or mean on my comments on my YouTube towards me or towards somebody else, I delete it because I don't want that negativity on my channel. Now, you can disagree with me. You could, like, somebody can comment like, girl, Manny Niue is the best person ever. I love him. I will always support him, and I think you should too. Cool. We can have a civilized conversation. We can talk about things. But when people go out of their way to be hateful or to be rude, one very recently, it's the most recent one I can think of, somebody told me that I was lazy and that I would never make any money and I made terrible life decisions for myself and that my boyfriend should leave me because I have no idea what I'm doing. And, you know, they don't know me from Adam, and I don't know why they felt the need to say that, but I deleted that because that's gross, and I don't want that on my channel, and I don't want anybody to feel like they need to defend me, or I just don't want any of that around me or my channel, so I deleted it. And I don't care. I'm not sorry about it. So like I said, you know, everybody can do what they want. But for me, at least right now, and probably forever, I don't want to purchase from those 3 brands. I just don't. I don't want to support it. I don't want to be a part of it. So that's what I want to do. If you want to purchase from them, go ahead. You know, you can make decisions about it for yourself. I know, for example, a lot of people don't like purchasing from Tarte right now, and that's fine. I'm still purchasing from Tarte. I don't have a, you know, I don't want to say I don't have a problem with it. That's not necessarily accurate. But I'm okay with still purchasing from them. But, you know, you do you. So yeah, I just want to talk about that. So if you don't see those brands on my channel, especially Kat Von D, because I do purchase from them a lot, so you would know why. But yeah, anyway, I will see y'all real soon. If you have any questions, requests, suggestions, comments, go ahead and leave those down below. And yeah, I'll see you real soon. Bye.